I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Tigers. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Casey. Today is Friday, November 22nd.
It's also John Holthy's birthday, so happy birthday, John.
Happy birthday.
50 years ago on this day, President John F. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas.
There are certain days in our history that we mark as turning points, and many historians believe this was one of those days.
Kennedy was the youngest man ever elected into the office of the presidency and had served roughly 1,000 days prior to being killed.
His legacy is complicated, but one thing is pretty clear. A generation of politicians, many of whom are still serving in our government today, were inspired to pursue public service because of Kennedy's call to action.
So with that, remember to participate in the Archive Project by interviewing someone with a living memory of this event.
Talk to Mr. Ricken if you have questions. We will run this project through the month of November.
Last week, Kylie Nandore, Tony Govira, and I sat down with Miss Broker and talked about her hours she puts in outside the classroom.
Roll the tape.
I have 3 independent study girls and then roughly 20 to 25-ish kids in my English 10, and then 25 kids apiece, roughly in AP. And so all together, I have about 146 kids, I think it came out to be. I get here at 6:30 in the morning, and I usually leave at 4-ish, but then I go home and do stuff. So I figured it out roughly for just a 5-day week, I put in an extra 23 hours-ish, give or take. And that I was doing on the conservative side. And then on the weekends, usually on Sundays, I do between 5 and 6 hours of prepping and planning and grading to get ready for the week. Then when I became like a big girl teacher, I realized they don't prepare you much in college for the amount that you do outside. And I realized that my free time was cut short during the school year. So definitely different. Normal, regular beginning of the beginning of the quarter and kind of mid-quarter grading as compared to end of the quarter grading. End of the quarter grading does become stressful simply because students sometimes don't complete stuff or miss things because they were absent, and then they're like, oh no, I gotta get that in before the end of the quarter. And students get stressed and they have a lot going on. And then also teachers at the same time get stressed. And that's often why I set my deadline for school work to get into me several days or a week in advance to the quarter end, depending on when I collect papers for all of my classes. If I collect a big paper for perhaps all of my English 10 classes, that's 4 English 10 classes, that's roughly 90 kids. Turnaround is not so fast simply because 90 kids, and I want to go through and give actual feedback that kids can use rather than just, oh, you spelled this wrong, or there's a contraction. I would rather, okay, this sentence doesn't quite make sense. How could you write it? Perhaps like this. And I actually handwrite feedback so that kids know what to do the next time.
What I learned from interviewing with Miss Broker was that students just really don't understand the time and effort that teachers put in before and after school to get their work graded. So if you're getting stressed out and you don't realize why your grades are in right away, just give teachers time because they're going to get to it.
I totally agree, Anna.
A representative from UW-Madison's College of Agricultural and Life Sciences will be here today to give a glimpse of the real agri-science projects.
She'll also explore a range of career options available to students interested in agriculture and science.
Learn about a unique shadowing opportunity to meet UW agri-scientists.
She will present during the last half of 3rd period and then again in the first half of 4th period.
And if you're interested in this presentation, see Mr. Marquardt for a pass. Seniors, okay, this is the last time that I'm going to say this. Please, 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 like I'm seriously begging for you to answer your senior interviews that we sent to you through Google, because if you don't, your senior pages really aren't going to be what they could be, and they're not going to look as great as we expect them to look. So please try to answer your questions. Just a reminder, I mean, it's no big deal or anything, but tonight at 7:30 at the hockey arena, there's a girls hockey game, no big deal.
Playing Sarah and Webster.
So if you want to show up and support and make some signs.
No big deal though, you know.
No, actually it is a really big deal.
Yeah,
so
we're joking.
Yeah. So with that, show up to the girls hockey game. Seniors, answer your senior surveys. And today is a really important day in history, so praise it. Peace out. Have a great day. God bless America.